program, and you can monitor and feel free to give me a call back if you feel there's any need to comment any further. But here's a part of the news conference. Very interesting yesterday. I must congratulate the young reporters who were at that news conference who sort of challenged the ministers, the commissioner, and of course the cabinet secretary yesterday, with the questions that they asked. So listen a bit. Listen.
Mr. Correct, are you, sir, is your office actually in possession of any files from the Director of Public Prosecution in Dominica as it relates to a matter which has already arisen in Dominica as it relates to garbage bins in Dominica? Are you in possession of that file from the DPP, your office, that is?
Not files. A file is a different thing from sending a document. And a document was sent to my office, yes.
What is the nature of that document, sir?
But you spoke about it. I spoke about the document.
Well, can you tell us more about the document you received from the DPP?
Well, it's the same document you're talking about. You said you talk about garbage bins, that's what you talk about.
So the document is in relation to that?
Yes, that's what the document in relation about, yes.
What is it asking you to do, sir, your office as an deputy police chief? It doesn't ask you to do anything?
No, nothing.
Is that a matter that you are looking into, sir?
Not at this time.
Are you concerned about any of the things you've been hearing in Dominica as it pertains to buildings and properties, sir? Are you concerned about that?
Buildings and property, nothing.
There's an allegation out there, sir, that the Prime Minister is in possession of property. As recent as over the weekend, I heard a clipping being played, which has been played on radio. So in that sense, are you concerned about the possession of property by any person in public office, sir?
The question is, if reports are made by the appropriate authority and the persons to investigate will investigate these matters, and all and sundry cannot come up and tell the police to investigate matters. You have the appropriate authority, and when the appropriate authority makes a report, then the police will investigate.
So in that sense, who is the appropriate authority?
The various accounting officers. For instance, even the CAPSEC ministry or whatever, and the director of audit calls and he says to make conduct investigations, and so we'll conduct investigations, whoever is to conduct the investigation.
You've often made calls, sir. You've often made calls, and you did here today, for individuals to assist police in bringing resolution to certain matters. Are you welcoming the recent comments that have been made leading you to that direction, sir?
What type of comments?
Are you welcoming the comments that have been made leading you to investigate these matters as it pertains to property being owned by citizens?
If you are making a report to me concerning something happening in the Ministry of National Security, that may be just information you're giving me. And I would expect the Cabinet Secretary to make a report to me, look, that is happening in the Ministry of National Security. But not you walking on the street and come and tell me, go and investigate something in the Ministry of National Security.
The Director of Public Prosecutions in a statement said, complaints about persons in public life are best directed to the police. Was he accurate?
Well, it could be directed to the Director of Public Prosecutions as well.
Thank you, sir.
You make reference to matters. I was told, I didn't hear it myself, that there was a radio program in which persons were impersonating other persons and speaking to persons about different matters. Is that what you're referring to? That a person who claims to be a journalist represents himself as some other person, that is to say, impersonates some person, asks some questions, gets some answers, and takes that conversation between himself, representing himself as some other person, impersonating some other person, and bringing that in a program live. Is that what you're referring to? Is that what you are referring to?
Sir, I don't answer questions. Sorry.
You don't answer questions?
I said to ask the question.
But if you want to answer the question...